Kavanagh. Tonight, Warren Kimble. With musical guest, Keagan Nolan. And now from Alumni Auditorium, here's Tim.
Yeah. My goodness. Wow. Thank you. My goodness. Wow. Very nice studio audience. You can tell spring is in the air by the enthusiasm of the audience. Is that correct? Nice weather that we're having. Hey, did you folks hear about this new news over in the Middle East recently? A wedding took place in a demilitarized zone between Syria and Israel. And because of politics, after the wedding, the newlyweds will never be able to see the bride's mother. That lucky bastard. And in the service, Marine General Peter Pace is still refusing to apologize for his outspoken stance on gays. Did you folks hear about this? Yeah? You know, it's funny that this homophobic general is from the Marines. You know, the service that has the motto, "We're looking for a few good men." And in Hollywood news, the actor Sinbad was incorrectly pronounced dead on the online encyclopedia Wikipedia. Now, some people are saying that it's the funniest thing the comedian has ever done. Yes. And locally here, Ben & Jerry's is recalling 250,000 pints of its Willie Nelson's Country Peach Cobbler ice cream because the containers did not list wheat as an ingredient. Oh, what's that? Oh, did I say wheat? I meant to say weed. All right, brace yourselves, folks. We do have a terrific show for you tonight. Warren Kimble is with us, along with singing sensation Keagan Nolan. Oh! But before we get to all that, let's go ahead up to the studio audience and give away our prize, and we do that with Lois the Hot Dog Lady and the word of the week.
If your hobby great banter you'd like to embellish, we've got a feature you're sure gonna relish. It'll brighten your demeanor. Will it make you feel smart? You bet your wiener. Come on, let's take a peek. Here's Lois with the word of the week.
Munificent.
Munificent. How are you?
Good.
My name's Tim.
My name's Martha.
Martha, thanks for being here. Do you watch the show, Martha?
Yes, we do.
You do?
Yes,
Good. Who's we?
Dick, my husband, and myself.
Wonderful. And where are you from?
Georgia.
From Georgia. Well, thanks for
Vermont.
watching the show. Vermont. Yeah, we got that.
You never know.
We're not national yet, Martha.
Oh, you never know.
We're working on it. All right, so you know how the game works then?
Yes.
Okay, so you already saw the word. We're going to give it to you again.
Okay.
And there's going to be two definitions.
Okay.
You choose which definition you think is correct, and the lovely Miss Jen will spin the wheel for you. Let's go ahead and give Martha that word one more time.
Munificent.
All right, munificent it is, Martha. Is munificent A, very liberal and giving and generous, or do we not give a rat's ass?
It's probably that.
You think it's probably that we don't give a rat's ass?
No, I think it's probably very liberal and giving and generous.
And is she right, studio audience? All right, let's turn it over to the lovely Miss Jen and find out what kind of prize you're going to win on that wheel. All kinds of wonderful prizes up on that wheel. And let's find out right now exactly what it is that it's going to land on for you. What's it going to be tonight? It's still spinning. Oh, is it going to be? It is! Martha, look at that. You have just landed on Lyric Theater. How wonderful is that? We've got a $50 gift certificate from our friends at Lyric Theater. They are coming up at the Flynn Theater in April, and they are going to be putting on the production Guys and Dolls. Have you ever seen Guys and Dolls?
No, I haven't.
Then you need to go and check this one out.
Indeed.
That is going to be at the Flynn, our friends at Lyric Theater. Plus, you've also won this from Miss Jen, who's handing it over, a jar of Jed's Maple Mud. It's all natural, delicious, and made in the Northeast Kingdom. And they are celebrating an open house. It was today, and it is also tomorrow. And you should check it out, jedsmaple.com. Be sure to tune into the big station, 98.9 WOKO. For details about the show, we'll be right back with more Late Night Saturday.
It was like no other love I ever felt in my life.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, and welcome back to Late Night Saturday. If you'd like to join us here in the studio audience, we encourage you to stop by the customer service desk at South Burlington's University Mall for your free tickets to our show, or you can also log on to our very own website at www.latenightsaturday.com. And if you think that you have a lot of spirit, a lot of folks have been coming in here as a group, an organization, and a school. Yes, indeed. My. Yes, well, we want to see you here in the studio audience of Late Night Saturday. I happen to know that next week's organization coming in is Lyric Theater with Guys and Dolls are going to be joining us here. Huh? How about that? All right. Well, you show up here and we will highlight you on a taping of Late Night Saturday. You know, we started a segment a little while ago called Picture of the Week. And we had a lot of people sending in pictures, and we thought one of the things, this is a suggestion from my beautiful bride, she said, why don't you show some of the members of your staff? So what we're going to do is we're going to start showing you some pictures of the staff. Our pictures are always compliments of, this is when we had Luis Guzman was on the show as a guest a while ago. Chad Brassaw is in the picture right there. This is what he is thinking when he was putting a microphone on Luis Guzman, just to kind of ease him into it. What's it say? Just think of it as a thermometer. So yes, thank you very much. So we will continue to highlight members of the staff. Chad's been a tremendous help. Annalisa Parent, who takes those pictures, parentstudios.com. She was just recently featured in the New York Times. Yes. And as a community service, we here at Late Night Saturday are offering What Not to Say segments to you, our viewers. We've already taught you what not to say on a first date. Now let's learn what not to say to a police officer.
You know how fast you were going? Because I was going like a buck 10.
I'll take a cheeseburger, a large fry, and a Diet Coke.
Here, have this coupon for a free donut with a small coffee.
Good evening, sir. Ma'am.
You don't need to see my ID, do you? Because, like, the bouncer up the street took it after my last round.
I have no idea how fast I was going. I disconnected my speedometer so I won't rack up mileage.
Driver's license? I'm Mel Gibson, you freaking Jew bastard.
Bang! Just kidding.
Can you just give me a warning? Because I'm really late for this drug deal down at the docks, and those guys will literally kill me.
Oh, I'm sorry, officer. I was hurrying home so that I could watch Late Night Saturday with Tim Kavanagh.
Oh, what not to say to a police officer. All right, now once again, it's time to log on to another installment of Late Night Saturday's actual websites. Here they are. We're going to show you on the screen at home. If you need a therapist, and these are, folks, actual websites, you can go on to them. If you need a therapist, try Therapist Finder at... Yes. And remember, these are actual websites. Don't forget the Mole Station Native Nursery in New South Wales. They can be found at... And finally, the designers of Speed of Art await you at their new wacky website, and that one is... Yes, all right. That was, again, another edition of our very own wacky website. Thank you. We've asked the very lovely Miss Jen Jen to join us out here on the stage again. Miss Jen Jen has been on our stage every single night of the season, spinning that wheel. Isn't she beautiful? Yes, she is. We've asked her to come out because it is prom season. We want to remind you that if you haven't had your chance to get your prom dress yet, Mark Kramer, then now is the time to do it. And you can go to Needleman's with any one of their 3 locations in Newport, St. Albans, or right here in Burlington. The lovely Miss Jen Jen, everybody. All right, I don't know if you remember this, but a while ago we brought you the Gnome Father. Now sit back and enjoy our next episode of Gnomes and Unusual Suspects.
Here's the suspects for the lineup, Detective.
Okay, miss. Please describe the suspect you saw in your garden with the whirligig last night.
Well, Detective, he was about this high with a red hat and a beard.
Sarge, I think we got a problem.
Unusual Suspects, everybody. All right, we brought her back out again. She was just here, but she has a pizza to give away. Our friends at Mamma Mia's Pizza wanted someone in the studio audience to have a pizza, and I happen to know it is a good friend's birthday tonight. Art Dusablon is celebrating his birthday, so as we go out to break, we'll be delivering a pizza to him up in the studio audience. We'll be right back with Warren Kimble right after this. Thank you very much, and welcome back to the show, folks. Having developed an interest in folk art while teaching at Castleton State College, the work of tonight's guest is influenced by American primitive art and often depicts stylized animals or landscapes of Vermont. He is celebrated as America's best-known living folk artist. Please welcome Warren Kimble. Yeah, the best living folk artist.
Yes, right.
Very good. That's important with a guest here on the show.
It helps.
Yeah, it does indeed. How are you?
I'm living.
You're living.
That's what counts.
And you're loving life.
I love it.
Yeah? Good
Yes.
for you. Good for you.
Yeah.
You know, you've been doing art for a long time, and I appreciate your art. We have some of your art because of my wife. I'm going to show you, and I'll show you the folks at home. This is pictures that we have. If you look in the monitor right there, Warren, you'll take a look and see what we have right above our fireplace in our living room. It's the four seasons,
right.
that we have there, and we love looking at that. It's beautiful artwork.
But we only have 3 seasons, don't we?
We do only have 3 seasons here.
I don't know where I got the 4th one, but anyway.
Well, that's construction season.
And mud season.
And mud season, absolutely. What inspires you? Things like that. Obviously, the landscape of Vermont's got to be inspiration.
Yeah, it is, and where we live, and the tranquility of it, and what we love about living here.
Yeah,
it makes it all worthwhile. Yeah.
Now you do a lot with landscapes, and I know that we have quite a bit of artwork here in the studio today, and we're going to be looking at some of it as we go around the room on the camera. I know that the lovely Miss Jen Jen is going to be showing some of that, and maybe what you can do is explain some of the artwork that you have brought in for us tonight.
Okay. Be glad to.
So right now, right down at the bottom of the screen, obviously below my desk there is the landscapes. I see the white building down below there. And also one of the cat ones. Talk about those.
Well, the white building is probably the image I'm best known for, other than the cow with the state of Vermont on it, which I didn't bring tonight. But it's the house on the hill, and everybody wants to know why the wind is the flag is blowing one way and the swing is blowing the other way, and I just say that it's artist prerogative, and the wind is blowing around the house. So that anyway. And I get phone calls about that. You know, why is it like that? Why did you do that? That's wrong. Well, artists can do what we want, I guess.
Absolutely.
So, anyway.
Absolutely. Or just tell them the person just jumped off the swing.
Yeah,
it doesn't really matter, right?
And somebody did just jump off it.
Well, see,
that's
there
why
it
it's
is.
going.
That's going the opposite direction.
And the cat is Catnap Inn, and I paint a lot of cats and not a lot of dogs. I have a dog. I don't have cats, but I have a dog. But I like cats.
And what type of dog do you have?
I have a Havanese.
Which is?
They're from Havana. And it's about
Okay.
All right, didn't call it Fidel. Right? Its name is Toby. About 9 pounds. It's a rug mop.
A rug mop?
Rug mop, right?
Something like that.
Something like that.
And let's talk about the piece of work that's over by the lovely Miss Jen right now that she's displaying on the center of the set. What is that, Warren?
Well, that's another thing that I've been working on for a couple of years, and it has a lot to do with the Iraq War. I bought a dress form, an antique dress form, and when I went to, before I painted it, I went and listened to the radio and heard that 3 more soldiers had been killed, and I looked at the dress form and I thought, that's a woman that is home, the one that's left at home. So I've done a series of 30 paintings as my reaction to the Iraq War.
No kidding.
So there's the whimsy side of me and a little more serious side.
Right. So we call this Widows of War.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes, and it's been exhibited at Green Mountain College, and I think it's going to New York in the next several months. So really, it's a great thrill for me because people only know me as being fun and games and, you know, whimsical and so forth. And so I think it's important that people know that artists do other things other than what they're famous for. It's like an actor gets stuck in a role, and artists can get stuck in a role too.
Absolutely. Oh, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Now, let me ask you, let's talk about this real quick because we are running out of time. There's a show coming up at the Paramount Center down in Rutland in June 16th.
You know about that.
I know about this. I'm excited about it. I can't wait to go. You are going to be displaying a lot of your artwork down there, and it is a week celebration of you.
Well, I'm very honored, yeah.
I know that tickets are going on sale April 5th, and folks can get tickets at ParamountVT.org. What do you think about that, a whole week about you?
Well, I'm blown away. I'm honored, and it's the best thing that can happen to anybody, especially in your own, next to your own hometown. I'm from Brandon, but in Rutland. Not many, well, it could be like a wake. You know, I mean, it's better than a wake, right? I mean,
because you get to attend it.
Right,
absolutely. Yeah. Warren Kimble, thank you so much. Stay right here. We'll be right back with Keagan Nolan right after this. Welcome back to the show, folks. Our musical guest is a local young singing sensation and has sparked comparisons to Leanne Rimes and Patsy Cline. She entered her first talent show at the young age of 3. Please welcome Keagan Nolan.
Boots ain't shiny, so do on. And jeans are faded, and the knees are torn. My hair is frizzy, but my nails are long. And I ain't afraid to work, 'cause my back is strong. These boots were made
Welcome back to the show, folks, and I am standing here with Keagan Nolan, the singing sensation, all of what, 15 years old, is that correct?
Yes, I just turned 15 on March 7th.
Wow, well, happy belated birthday to you,
Thank
and
you
what a
very much.
singing voice she has, isn't that right, folks? Unbelievable. All right, Keagan, introduce us to the members of the band real quick.
Over here on guitars, Andre McQuarrie.
Yeah. We'll have you turn right around while you keep introducing.
Gary Spalding.
On drums.
Aaron Bedrosian.
Nice. Extra points for getting that name right there.
And Mark Lurvy. Yes!
Obviously, members of the band are very close to you. I don't know. All right, so let's talk a little bit about you and members of the band. You've been singing since you were 3 years old.
Yes.
You are in some TV commercials right now.
Yep, I'm in the Total Home Center commercial, and that's on Channel 3 and Channel 5. And I've been very, very busy lately.
You've been really busy. You were talking earlier. You just came back from Nashville, and she got a chance to sing at Nashville. Talk about that.
I sang at Johnny A's. It's right across from the Grand Ole Opry, and I met little Jimmy Dickens and a whole bunch of awesome people. So I had a great time down there.
Good for you. And what's coming up this summer for you? Some of the different festivals and things.
I'm singing at the Maple Festival on the 28th at 11:30, and I'm judging a talent show on March 31st, and I have a lot of stuff.
And you got a lot of stuff going on. Well, we're going to let you sing us out. I'd like to thank Keagan Nolan and Warren Kimble, our guests. Join us next week for Doug Knapp, Shell House, and Lyric Theater. Please remember to continue supporting local artists like the folks here tonight. We'll see you next time on Late Night Saturday. Thank you.
To do, I was hit 3 times while turning the screw. And my bad hair just getting worse as the week wears on. Elevator stuck between 2 floors. Power went out, couldn't open the door, so I spent 2 hours with Granny and I got with B.O. Thank God it's Friday. Take a deep breath, count to 10, it'll be okay. Thank God it's Friday. Just can't wait for Calgon to take me away. Car broke down, ran out of gas, had to walk 3 miles and shell out some cash. When I got back, found my car had been towed. Stubbed my big toe and fell down the stairs, tore my good